Throwing on first down is Carr. Flush to him, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games. As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on first down with Akers. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Rams had 1-11 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2...
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Carr to throw again. This is caught by Hilton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd and 5 now. Carr. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. He's got some room to operate. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now a play fake. Carr. That's taken in by Hilton, a great catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And out of bounds right around the 20. So Carr exits on fourth down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to find Atwell open downfield. Touchdown, LA! 2-2 Atwell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final shot here before half for Carr. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I
think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Carr going to go on 4th down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Play action. Now it's Carr. Rolling to his right. And that's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Here's Carr. Rolling to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr out to his left. That's caught by Waller out left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jackrabbit Jenkins. And the Rams are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, He's got second and third down to fall back on.
Steps away. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Down to the 42, second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Knocked that down for a win in the defense's column.
He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and that'll make it third down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On first down, Stafford here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime.
When I get that daily paper, stop playing me. Pap.